Hi everybody. So it's been 3 weeks since my first video. Just was a bit busy, so I did not post my second video. The IPL has started. It's in full flow. The coronavirus is in full flow. So situation is both grim and some positivity is also there. So in Mumbai from tonight there is curfew, and for 15 days it's almost like a lockdown, but it's not a complete lockdown. So situation is getting bad in Mumbai. So I wish all of you are safe. Wear masks, sanitize yourself, get vaccinated, and stay protected. That is important. So, amidst all this, the IPL has started, the biggest carnival of cricket, without spectators, but still, it's a great thing that IPL has started. So, I just thought I will make a short video on what has happened so far in the IPL and also the stock markets. So, the IPL, my favorite team is always KKR. Since the start of the IPL, it's KKR because I'm one of the biggest fans of Shah Rukh Khan, and I feel KKR is the best team that is available. Amongst all the IPL teams, KKR has always been my favorite. Right from 2012 when they won against CSK, I was in the stadium. I used to go to almost all the matches that used to happen in Chennai, and the way they won, I was the only supporter in the entire Chennai stadium, and they killed it. Manvinder Bisla came and backed. And it was a great time. I was the only KKR supporter amongst all the CSK fans, and Gautam Gambhir, the way he captained the team. But yesterday night what KKR did was harakiri, and they couldn't chase 30 runs of 31 balls. So that's probably one of the perils of being a KKR fan. They lose easy matches, and they always lose to Mumbai Indians. God knows what they are doing, and yesterday was probably one of the easiest matches to win, and it was a big heartbreak the way they played. Somehow there's a mental block when it comes to playing against Mumbai Indians that they need to sort out soon. So let's have a quick look at all the IPL teams, their strengths, weaknesses in around 5 to 6 minutes, and see what happens. So KKR, I have to say that Shubman Gill has to bat more aggressively. I've been saying this, Shubman Gill has a lot of class. He is a good test batsman. But Shubman Gill in T20 cricket does not have a good strike rate. And Shubman Gill, with all the class he has, he should take the initiative more. See, I am not a cricketer. I have played just gully cricket. So I am nobody to say do that, do this. But as a fan, we hope that Shubman Gill accelerates much faster, because he puts a lot of pressure on the other batsmen around him. And that is a big problem, because Nitish Rana has to start hitting from the go. Rahul Tripathi has to start hitting from the go. And this is not done. Shubman Gill hitting those cute 50 or 45 balls, 60 or 55 balls. That does not work in IPL. There's another team where they face a similar situation. I'll come to that. But for KKR, Shubman Gill has to go on the attack from the start. 100-105 strike rate won't help. That's not the brand of cricket. It just puts added pressure on everybody. Their bowling is kind of sorted out, but I still feel Andre Russell cannot be your death bowler. You may think I'm a fool because Andre Russell took 5 wickets yesterday. But come in a crunch game, he's a part-time bowler. He's not a death bowler. He's an intelligent bowler. He should be used in middle overs. Pat Cummins should be a death bowler, and Pat Cummins is being bowled in the middle overs. So obviously it may work. Russell may get 5 wickets and we will win a few matches. But come in the crunch game, will Andre Russell be your bowler when someone like a Virat Kohli is chasing? So that is something, and I think Eoin Morgan and Dinesh Karthik should bat up the order. There's absolutely fine giving Rahul Tripathi a chance, but you need your best batsman facing the most number of balls. And Eoin Morgan and DK is coming too low down the batting order. They are class star batsmen. They should take more responsibility and come up. So as a KKR fan, seeing yesterday, it didn't give me any hope. But I still hope that we can get the third IPL title. It's my dream that in my lifetime, KKR ends up being the most successful IPL team. We are on 2 titles. I think CSK is on 3 and Mumbai Indians is on 5. But I hope KKR can knock Mumbai Indians off the perch eventually. For that, these are the changes that they must do. Then let's come to Mumbai. Mumbai know how to win. Mumbai Indians know how to win, and they win somehow or the other. Yesterday they played such horrible cricket while batting, but they knew how to pull it back. That's why they are champions. So I am nobody to comment against Mumbai Indians. All the Mukesh Ambani jokes will keep going on. But the only thing is they are too talented and they know how to win. So a team can play how much or bad, at the end the result is all that matters, and they are proven champions. So who are we to comment on Mumbai Indians? So I will not even talk about Mumbai Indians. It's a team that I envy. It's a team that everyone envies because it's a team that keeps winning. So credit to them that they play bad, good, they just know how to win. and Rohit Sharma knows how to win. So I'm not going to make any comments on Mumbai Indians. Let's go to RCB. RCB is the most underperforming team, I think, after Punjab in the entire IPL. They have not won a single IPL title. A team which used to boast Gale, AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli, the famed three, and now they have Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Maxwell. This is the most important season for him. They don't win this season, Virat Kohli should be removed as captain. They may still keep him because of his brand image, but Virat Kohli has underperformed as a captain. He's been a sensational player for RCB. It's a good thing that he's taking more responsibility. And Glenn Maxwell is the big show, but he's also never done anything well in the IPL. If you've seen the first match, RCB were okay, they were good, and Harshal Patel took 5 wickets. But again, death bowling is a concern. Just like Andre Russell, Harshal Patel may give you 5 wickets in a match, but can he do it in a crunch game? Can he do it in a playoff match? If he does it, it's brilliant. Indian talent coming up, it's most important. So RCB has been perennial underperformance. We hope for the Bengaluru fans that RCB does well this time. So all the best to RCB too. Next, let's come to Hyderabad. Hyderabad is a very intelligent team. They always picked players who are not much fashionable. They were the first ones to pick Nabi, Rashid Khan and all that. And David Warner has been the most important player. But David Warner, I don't know, is so much out of form these days. He seems to enjoy doing Tamil and Telugu songs, dance on those songs rather than, bat well. But he's a champion. He has always been a champion. And he will bounce back. But you need Brestow and Warner, I think, up the order. Vidhiman Prasad Saha is a very good player, but I don't know if he has that power game in him. If he wastes balls in the start, just like Shubman Gill, then it'll be a big problem for SRH. So I like the fact that Warner and Brestow should open, and Manish Pandey can come on down, and probably Nabi can come to down. So that's about SRH. Punjab won the first game, a thriller against Rajasthan. KL again, this is the second team where KL Rahul's strike rate comes under question. He played really well in the first game. He improved his strike rate, which is very commendable. The biggest problem last season was his strike rate. You cannot hit a 60 of 60. You can become the highest run scorer. You may get all the numbers, but the team doesn't benefit. It adds a lot of pressure on the other batsmen on the other end. That's why Mayank Agarwal is always under pressure, because KL Rahul plays these stylish ones defense, and then Mayank Agarwal has to go for the big shots and he perishes. So it was brilliant to see him play that well in the first game and increase his strike rate. Shubman Gill is not learning, but at least KL Rahul is learning. I hope Shubman Gill also learns. He's a great batsman. So please bat with a better strike rate, boss. It's a T20 game, not a test match. You need a 150, 160 strike rate. You cannot play with a 90-100 strike rate and expect to win a match. Then let's talk about Rajasthan. Rajasthan is the saddest story. After they won the first edition of the IPL, and after that Rajasthan just seemed to get everything wrong. It starts from the auction and everything goes wrong. They pick Ben Stokes. Ben Stokes gets injured and gets ruled out of the tournament. They pick Chris Morris for 16 crores, the highest paid, who has not played international cricket for several months. Maybe they have their analytics. I don't have any analytics or something, but even a layman can see why Chris Morris for 16 crores and he has not played international cricket for the last 1 year or something. They seem to just live in their own world and they keep buying Unadkat. I think Unadkat will surely make a comeback, and he keeps bowling those cutters and people whack him left, right and center. So for God's sake, Samson played a great innings. He's a very good batsman, and he didn't trust Chris Morris. I didn't see the match, but I heard that he didn't trust Chris Morris and did not give him a single and went for the glory shot at the end and unfortunately perished. So all the best to Rajasthan. Somehow it's a very sad team, and be it their fan base or be it the momentum, it's just not there, unfortunately. You have that one Rahul Tewatia innings last season. Other than that, there's no spark at all in the team. So now with Stokes injured for the entire season, God save them. I hope they also somehow come back strongly. So the strongest team, I think I covered almost all the teams. I think I now have to cover Delhi Capitals. Somehow Delhi Capitals seem to be the best team in terms of balance, and they are led by Rishabh Pant, who seems to be on this golden run. I mean, Rishabh Pant does not seem to get anything wrong. Whatever happens, Rishabh Pant is turning it into gold, and that is excellent. And I mean, Rishabh Pant, with Shreyas Iyer being injured, Rishabh Pant has taken over the mantle. I think Delhi looks to be a very strong team. If Prithvi Shaw can show his talent like the way he showed in his first match, we all know how talented he is. lot of issues. He had a lot of people trolling him for his looks, for his fielding, for his fitness, for the fact that he got banned because he had some medicine. All that he has put it aside, and he's shown that what he's capable of in the first match. So my pick will be Delhi Capitals to go all the way because the way they seem to play, and obviously my emotional pick will be KKR because I love them, but they always seem to disappoint me in the near past. And so these are the two teams, and Mumbai Indians eventually will win the IPL. So we keep hoping all the other fans of other teams, we keep thinking this team and that team will do well, this team will do well, and then Mumbai Indians just win the cup. Also, I didn't cover CSK. Oh god, yeah. So CSK, the old Warriors team. Can you imagine a team with Raina Raidu, MS Dhoni, Faf du Plessis, all in the twilight of their career? So they'll have a big auction next year. I think this season will also be a season for them, but they'll somehow give some youngsters a chance, try to, make a run for the playoff. But it looks very tough for CSK to go all the way. Shardul Thakur, Deepak Chahar are all good bowlers, but I don't think they have the bowling attack or the batting to go all the way. The power hitting is just not there, unfortunately. So they'll have a big auction next year, and they have to, revamp the team completely. They have to have one or two players like Sam Curran and just build the team around it. So that's it. So enjoy the IPL. The coronavirus situation is so bad now that it gives a good, relaxation and gives a good pastime now. So all of you enjoy the IPL. Let's talk about the markets a bit. So the markets, from the last time I made a video, I told that please try to book profits, and that has yielded decent results. I mean, the stock market has corrected around 2.5% in the last 2 to 3 weeks, but it's not crashed. So that is good. There's strength in the market, and the fact that now there's no lockdown, there can be a good bounce. But still, it's almost like a lockdown. It's a Janta curfew, so it's a lockdown only. And the inflation numbers are bad, the IIP numbers are bad. Somehow I still feel that the markets is on a downward trajectory. I am not getting any positive vibes. So as long as this coronavirus numbers keep going up and the shops are all closed, I still feel the negativity will be in the market. So there will not be any big breakout on the upside, but there can be a good downside. So still, if you are booked profits, if you are having profits, please book them. That will be my advice, because the longer term trend seems to be down, unfortunately. And if the situation doesn't improve in 15-20 days, a full nationwide lockdown can also happen. I really hope it doesn't happen. It's a livelihood of so many people, and the police and all are doing such a great job. They'll all have to suffer, to monitor on the roads. They have to be on the roads the whole time. So hopefully that doesn't happen and the markets can bounce. But somehow the negativity is too much, because the case count does not seem to come down. The vaccine, there's shortage. So India is going through a lot of problems, unfortunately. I hope we come out of all this stronger, braver. And that's it. So if you're having profits, book them. Wait for some dips more. Around 2.5% it's corrected since my last video. Let's see if it corrects more. Because if there's a nationwide lockdown or something, things can get pretty ugly for the bank nifty as well as retail facing stocks. So that's it from my side. All of you have fun. The Q4 results are coming now, so I'll be updating on few companies which have done well, and so that will be very important that the Q4 results, I'll update on from companies which report very good numbers. I track the BFSI sector, so I'll announce a few banks which do well and you can look to buy, or you have to sell. So it works both ways. So I will keep track of the results and give you guys updates about which banks are doing well, which banks have reported good numbers, bad numbers, and you guys can make a call after that. So please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Do comment what you would like to improve. I'm sorry it took around 3 weeks, but I'm kind of a person who procrastinates a lot, and I'm also a bit camera shy, so I don't keep posting videos. But today I just felt that the IPL has also, it's been 1 to 2 weeks since the IPL started and one round of matches has taken place. So that's why I'm posting this video. All of you have fun. Thanks.